Well guys, you know what they say, better late than never. I know it's been just under a year since the last post, and I'm going to update on everything that has happened since then. A lot has changed, and I greatly apologize for not uploading, but as the thumbnail says, this car does work, it runs. I took it to 2 different events, and I will tell you exactly how that went, and I will get to that. But it's time to update you on a lot of other things that have gone on, including what this car is doing here. So as you can see, this is not the familiar shop that you guys were used to seeing. This is my new personal garage. I did move, thankfully, out of my apartment, and I moved to Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. And we are about a mile from the great track of Road America. And if you guys aren't familiar, it is world renowned. It's a great track. And that explains kinda why I picked this up. But we'll get to that later, if not in another vlog. There will be a lot of content on this car as well. But I know you guys are mostly here for this. I have over 200 followers that came here for this car. So here is the update. So if you don't know, I will bring you up to speed. I've had this FRS that I bought brand new in, I believe it was 2016. So it's been a few years now. Since then, it was wide bodied. It had a boosted FA20 boxer motor that it came with, but added the turbo kit. I drove on that for a few years, mostly drifting. I daily drove the car for the first year, but after that, it just became kind of a race car. Now I know it's a multicolored mess right now, but one, it is a drift car, so that kind of works out, right? It's like a 240. But I do have wrap in the box up there, so that will be done at some point here, okay? Now, what brought a lot of people to this channel is actually what is done under the hood. So if we pop this open, there is a 1JZ VVTi motor in here, just stock turbo, and really stock everything as far as the motor's concerned, even the stock ECU. However, it was mated to a CD09 transmission. But if you look back at a bunch of the videos that we did before, you will see all the work that has gone into that, kind of. So that's where it brings up the problem that I had. So between the move, I had a promotion at work, things with this, I just wanted to get done. There were a lot of problems I was sorting out. I stopped recording videos, I believe at installing the cooling, so the radiator. And then after that, I just left you guys in the dark. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen a lot of the progress on there. I always update that. So you'll see the link in the description for my Instagram name. But if you don't see that there it is. But since then, like I said, I had 2 events with the car, both at Shawano US Air Speedway, both drift events, obviously, drift car. So the first one was not so great. The first event, we went out a couple times, and the biggest issue was fuel. So I put in a aftermarket fuel tank in the back. I have 2 AEM fuel pumps, which are probably way more than I actually need, but better that than not enough. And then I have a radium surge tank in the back, so we took care of that issue. But unfortunately, I did spend the money on that day to run like one time and just have the vehicle keep cutting out on turns. It would drift great one way and then not at all the other way. It would just cut out. So, that's part of swapping the vehicle, but that's part of everything that made me kind of stop recording, because we were just running into so many issues. We put so much time into this car, it just got exhausting. I just wanted it done. The second event that we went to, obviously after we put in the fuel stuff, everything worked out fantastic. The car was just unbelievable. And even with the extra weight over the front axle, it felt very natural. I didn't have any issues controlling the car. I did not get any video clips. I will put in a picture while I'm talking about this. It's not the prettiest thing. There's not a whole lot of smoke, but it was the big first shakedown. Now, since then, I have not taken the car out. The car runs. At the end of that event, it did go into limp mode. So there is a sensor somewhere under the hood here. that isn't working properly. That's going to be taken care of. That won't be an issue. I'm sure it's something simple. It was last time. I also had just a small hit from one of the teammates, so it did bend something in the rear suspension, so I do have to fix that. And I do want to go through all the things that I plan to do to get this drift ready, but unfortunately, I don't plan on drifting for the rest of 2020. Between COVID and all that crap, a lot of tracks were shut down for a long time. So in the midst of things, I kind of focused my attention on this car. So on this one, the plans are obviously to wrap the vehicle after everything on the motor is done. I do plan to just keep it on the stock motor, stock ECU, keep it simple. Once we sort everything out, I shouldn't have any issues for the rest of the year drifting. In a perfect world, obviously, which it's very not right now. So under the hood, I need to figure out that limp mode issue. I'm trying to get some valve covers because I do have a crack in the front of each one. That isn't a huge deal, but I'd really like to get that done while I'm tearing into it. The biggest issue is the front main seal is leaking onto the belt, so I do have a pretty loud squeak, and the guys at the track kind of worry about that, and I understand. I don't want to get oil on the track, obviously. Everybody's spinning out then, and it's my fault. So those two things are going to get done. The other biggest issue we're facing right now is my throttle cable is just a little bit short, so I will get that extended. Good news is I have a new throttle cable here in this package, and I do have a new front main seal for the JZ right here. So I do have all the stuff to get that started, and I plan on getting that started very, very soon. And I will take you guys along this time and hopefully not leave you in the dark. So I do also have the wrap right up here in this box. So I plan on doing, it is a, I believe it's called Wicked, 3M Wicked. There's a new version of it now, but this is the old version. So I have plenty to do the whole car, and it's a very, very deep purple. So it's probably gonna look in a lot of low light situations like this garage, like black, but it's a mean color purple, and I really love the color. It'll really pop with the white wheels and the white interior cage and all that. So I am excited to get this done, but a little bit longer than I had anticipated in the first place. So next, I want to show you a little bit around this garage of mine out in Elkhart Lake here. The other update, I do still have the Explorer, so that is the daily, and it will be for quite some time. I'm going to take you into my messy tire room. Just ignore all the boxes. We are still sorting some things out, but I have all my drift spares, the old wheels to the Porsche, a bunch of new tires ready to go drifting, some spare wheels. And we come in here. I acquired a new toolbox. It's nothing fancy, but it's definitely going to get the job done. Bunch of tools in there. I have some quick jacks, which has done phenomenal for me to work on the cars. It's been plenty, and I have already done a whole lot to this car, which I will go through in probably the next video. But if we come up here, we got some new brakes. I have tons of space for storing, obviously, bumpers and car parts up there, keep them out of the way. So it's not as large as the shop before, but it is a personal garage, obviously, and I love that there's a bunch of height here. And for me, there's plenty of space for two cars to get the job done, and I am excited to do it. So to wrap everything up, I just want to let you guys know I am back. I'm going to keep up on the vlogs now. I just wanted to let you guys know that the car is running. It is it's something that I loved driving. It is a dream of mine that I wanted to do. I always wanted a wide body FRS with a JZ of some kind. But I also have other dreams I want to fulfill, so please bear with me and you will understand everything as we go. Now I know this video wasn't very long, but it really got to the point, and I just wanted to catch you guys up on exactly what's going on and let you know that there will be videos coming on both cars. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.